Welcome to the tour of the city of Anomia and Active Worlds. Anomia is located in Alpha World 13833 South, 6050 East. My name is Joseph, that's my citizen name, Josyph, and I'm going to be guiding you through this tour of the city of Anomia. Here we are at Ground Zero, with the sort of beautiful sunset in the back. Ground Zero is the center of the, well, it's not the physical center, but it's the cultural center, I should say, of the city of Anomia. It was the first thing that was ever built here. We're heading directly to the north of the Ground Zero. This is the City Hall. It's a beautiful building that I constructed a few years ago. Anomia was founded in 2001, and it's a relatively old city, but there's a lot of new stuff that's being built all the time, and that has been the case ever since the city was founded. There's just, here in the City Hall, there's some information about the city. We have some maps here. If you look off the window there, you can see the sunset. There's a build there, an Asian-themed build by citizen Saya, who is one of my favorite people in Alpha World, Active Worlds in general. So yeah, this is the current town hall. I think there were two or three that came before that. It's documented here in the town hall, so I like to place a lot of importance on the history of the city, so I always document that. Here we are at the Anomia Legislative Center. That's where the city council meets and decides things about the city. You'll see these flags around. The flags in general are for the city of Anomia, but they have different outlines around the edge of the center of the flag depending on what the flag is for. Those were Anomia government flags. Up there is an Anomia transportation flag because this is a subway station. Okay, I just teleported to save time over to the University of Anomia, which is on the west side of town. The University of Anomia was founded probably in 2002, I want to say. Here's an example of a classroom. We have many. Some stuff is still under construction. I teleported a little bit here. This is the tower that I built right when I started construction on the university. So it's old. It's 2002 era tower. I'm going to preserve it, but I'm going to refurbish it pretty soon. Off to the left is a new project that I'm very excited about for next year. This is going to be the Great Library of Anomia, which is going to be a repository for historical and Active Worlds related information. I'll probably have other stuff in there. It'll just be fantastic. Okay, I've teleported back to the entrance to the university. Here's the Alastria River. There's the sunset. You can see that road that I'm building a bridge there using move function to get over to the other side of the highway, which is called the Event Horizon Highway off to the left there. It was built by Event Horizon back in year 2000. You can see it there off to the left, right here. That's an important road because it separates the city of Anomia proper from its first suburb, South Anomia. But anyway, in South Anomia there are these three sporting arenas associated with the University of Anomia. This one is the football. Here's the basketball arena right across the street. And you saw the baseball field earlier. South Anomia is actually one of two suburbs. Here we are in a different part of the city. The other suburb of South Anomia, or of Anomia, is Willow Heights, and it's located to the northeast side of the city. And it's new. It's brand spanking new, and I'm very excited to see what happens there. Okay, this is a train station located on the southern edge of South Anomia, built by Citizen Rag Piano. It's very functional. This is the first of many stations in our train system that we are just now implementing in the city, so we're very excited to see how that goes. I'm going to teleport up to the Beacon Hill neighborhood now. This is a sort of, residential neighborhood. It feels like a suburb, but technically it's not. Here's a house. I call it the Tree House. I built this back in, I think, 2005, but or maybe 2006, right around the time that Beacon Hill was founded. Beacon Hill is kind of big, and it's been under a lot of infrastructure development for a while, but starting last year and certainly well into this year, I've been having a lot of people build here. So we have a good number of houses going up and more under construction. Here's a little newsstand. We have these around the city. This includes the SW City Times and the Anomia Tribune, which is the newspaper associated with the city of Anomia. In the Anomia Tribune, we have full-length articles about historical, or I mean not necessarily historical, but current events, which can go, will be history at some point. So it's a good historical record of the city. Here's the interior of just another house in Beacon Hill. You see another copy of the Anomia Tribune laying on that table there. Okay, I'm going to fly you over to the center, I guess, of the Beacon Hill neighborhood. A lot of these plots that are unused here have sort of darker grass around them, just to denote where they are, but usually when I give the plots out, I delete the dark grass. Still working on that little stream there. Here's a house that somebody else built. Kind of pretty little house there. Okay, now we're going to fly up to the top of the hill. Now this is called Beacon Hill, named after the hill, but there's a Beacon Street as well that I guess would be named after the hill, and the neighborhood is named after the hill. Okay, this is going to be Beacon Manor. It's going to be sort of the haunted mansion on top of the hill type of thing. I was hoping to have it done by October 31st of this year, 2009, but, right now it's the 27th, and it gives me like 5 days, and I've got a lot of other stuff to do. Okay, so I teleported across the field from Beacon Hill to the downtown area, which is located to the south and east of Beacon Hill, but kind of northeast of Ground Zero. The downtown area is newer than Beacon Hill, I would say. It's under development. Several people have built here. There's somebody else's build there. This is just a little billboard, and we like to have these little details sitting around, little crates and a trash can there. There's a few buildings down there, and we're going to cross the Alastria River up here, which I'm still working on the banks of. You can see the particle effect there. Okay, this is the Anomia Supreme Court, which is also located in the downtown neighborhood. I love the dome work. It's modeled after the United States Supreme Court and the Iowa Supreme Court building, sort of as inspiration. The United States Supreme Court building doesn't have a dome. Okay, here is the only functioning law library, as far as I can tell, in Active Worlds. And since I'm a lawyer in real life, I like to incorporate legal things into my builds. So I'm kind of excited to finish up this project here. I have to put some textures in and put some interior stuff in there, and then I'll be done. And I hope to have actual real court cases heard there. Okay, I teleported back to Ground Zero. Again, notice there's the flag of Anomia there in the display case. There's a particle emitter fountain. Particle emitters were offered for public use in 2006, and I built that fountain as soon as I got them, which was right after the V4 contest in the V4 RS world, which was a lot of fun, and I highly recommend anybody visiting if you can. This is Guestar's house. This is the house of the first bot in Anomia. Here's a McDonald's. Off to the right there is a Peacekeeper station built by the Peacekeepers in 2001 right next to my Ground Zero. Here is the Support AW Center that was a popular group like a couple years ago. There's the Town Hall again, and that's, just gives you a flavor of what Anomia has to offer. It's not everything. There's a lot of stuff in town. Highly recommend going to the mapper and checking it out. So I hope you consider voting for us for a Sci Award. We're up for it, so go to Sci Awards and vote for Anomia. Thank you.